Thank you so much for the opportunity to speak to you today. What I want to present is basically online course live lectures in our student, basically in online courses at Plymouth State University for better retention for students. Online course live lecture integration into the current platform in order to get a better education, basically a better bang for your buck, better retention, and better involvement. So first of all, I want to direct you to the attached document that I've also included in this. You can also follow along with the attached PowerPoint presentation that I've given to you as well. But as we go through this presentation, I just really want to touch on the importance that it's our responsibility to be able to get the most that we can out of our education, and the instructor's responsibility to also be able to provide that to us. And having live online lectures in these online courses, I really do believe is the best way to accomplish that. So let's start off with, are we really getting the best education through our online learning experience? As we explore that, let's cover one thing first of all here, and that fact is that most students, when they go ahead and decide they want to take on an undergraduate degree, they pay for it with college loans. The average amount owed after graduation for a student is $28,400. That's a lot of money. And what that means is, honestly, are we getting the best return on our investment? Are we as prepared as possible to go out into the workforce and get a job, and did that education really pay off for us? William Butler Yeats had once said, education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire. And what that means to me is that, it's not about just throwing a bunch of information at you. What is the best way to learn and inspire? Are our assignments and online courses filling our pails, essentially? And I don't think that they do sometimes. To me, I see a lot of text, a lot of just information being thrown at us. Basically, does your online assignments look a lot like just a whole bunch of information in text coming at you, and you have to find it out for yourself? One thing that has been proven is that reading assignments, written posts, written assignments, basically just text information can create sensory overload. And you're at that point really losing some of that retention, some of that excitement about learning, and a lot of potential to really use that knowledge and apply it to real life. And what I'm proposing is that we as students want the tools to do better than what we're getting right now. In a study I conducted collecting data, it showed that Plymouth State students actually prefer a learning environment that includes live lectures, much higher than lectures that are just text. When we're dealing with a new topic, we don't want to just sit there and read textbooks. We would rather have instruction from the experts, from our professors that know about how to apply this from the industry, from, say you're a marketing major, people who have actually been there and done that, know how to apply it in real life. And second to that is multimedia presentation, which is really prevalent in online courses as it is. But still, there's a large preference for live lectures, things going on, in real time with real feedback, and that our preferred new topic communication platform, basically when we're learning something new, is synchronous, basically taking place at the same time. It is not preferred for the students where the data was collected to not have access to immediate feedback. And why that's important is that student sentiment is actually showing that we want to have that live interaction. Why this is important is that it's a fact. It's a fact that live instruction creates better retention. And that's what we want for a better return on investment. The studies that have been done that show that when you have feedback right away, that you actually have better retention. And the less feedback you get, all the way down to no feedback, you get worse retention, as this slide shows. So it's also a fact that live instruction has been tested to create better test scores. It is a slight margin, but as we're talking about, we're looking back on our return investment, how much money and time we put into our education. I would rather the average student test score be 79.9% rather than 78.5%. And I think that the professors would as well, honestly. So what this all boils down to is, there are a lot of ways that we can integrate live lectures into our online courses. It has been discussed with technology staff members and administration at Plymouth State University that there is a platform called New Hampshire Connect. It is available to us. It would be the most inexpensive and most integratable way to go. And it really needs to be integrated at this point for us to be able to learn better, for our professors to be able to give us more tools, for them to be able to convey really their knowledge in more effectual ways than is currently happening now. We really need this. We need that engagement. And essentially, we need that engagement so we can get better grades, so we can have more knowledge, and so we can have more opportunity, because this is our future. And that reflects on the school, that reflects on our professors, and most of all, that reflects on where we want to be as students. So, in essence, our education is our own responsibility. With that in mind, it's in our best interest to demand everything, every resource that we can get. It's in our best interest to demand that online course live lecture is integrated to give us the opportunity to learn better. And I think from the professor's perspective and from Plymouth State's perspective as well, it's in their best interest as a marketable entity to get more students, that they integrate it to become a leader in the industry. I appreciate your time, and thank you so much.